everybody, it's the coach, and this is Madden 19 on EA Sports. Up next, we've got what should be a great matchup between the New England Patriots and the Buffalo Bills. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime. But kickoff is right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New England Patriots and the Buffalo Bills. Hello, everybody. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you take a look at the Bills entering play here. They've been the talk of the NFL so far. 9 wins in their first 9 games.
And some people subscribe to the theory that a loss might not be the worst thing for them. They've had it easy all year long. How would they do handling adversity?
On the other side of the field for the visiting Patriots, things haven't gone exactly according to plan to this point. But, boy, you and I down there with them before the game, they were fired up.
And they understand how important this game is. Win this one, they can start to think about a turnaround.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here come the Patriots now to take over on offense. And a look here at their go-to guy under center.
It's pretty much become the norm when we see guys come out before a game and go through the route tree with their receivers. I thought it was exciting for us to see the exact same thing happen in practice.
He's so meticulous, isn't he?
He really is, and that tells me it's not just a one-time-a-week thing. They work on it all the time, trying to hone that fine edge. They want to see if they can get in sync and stay in sync in this one.
They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They established the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Carry for T.J. Yeldon. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Now it looks like we've got a Patriot down, slow to get up. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park.
Let's go! 3-19! 3-19!
On 3rd down, Lawrence. Throw left side complete. That's Mack. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
To throw on 2nd down, Lawrence. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 3rd and 10 now. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area. But they want him involved, just as you said. They want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game. but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 18.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. Leopard, Leopard. Watch it now, Barney, Barney.
Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. Finding room at the 30, and he's all the way up to the 39-yard line that time. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
Partner, is that what you call a quick hitter? That was actually a bolt of lightning, wasn't it? Right out of the gate.
And, of course, on the heels of him winning AFC Offensive Player of the Week 1 week ago. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. Room to run past midfield. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 on that one and a Bills 1st down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Throwing on 1st down is Allen. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Going for the deep ball, and he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, 3rd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion, and to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Past the 20. And he finds a man with a crossing route. He got 29 yards that time.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. First trip to the red zone for the Bills. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16.
No, check. Patriot. Watch him now, Barney. Over.
They'll pitch it out to Jones. No, a nifty juke. And he's in for the score. And his spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal.
One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Hurry up, here we go.
On 1st down, Lawrence. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early. Now, that was an excellent run, and when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job, and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10.
Here we go. 3-19.
Off play action. Lawrence. That is caught inside the 5. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A good pickup there at 22. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7.
That I'm struggling to understand a little bit. That close to the goal line, 1st down, run the football. If you want to throw it, throw some play action on 2nd down.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39. Green.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on 3rd and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something that develops slowly. It's got to be right at them if you're going to run the football. If you're going to throw it, something quick, get it out of your hands in a hurry.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. The Buffalo defense does its job, and it's 4th down.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground. Now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
And Gostkowski's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. And made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. Dancing away at the 35. And he'll get this up to about the 40. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
On On second down, it's Jones. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed, as that's going to move the chains.
Ordinarily in short yardage, most people don't run a toss because it takes a little bit longer to develop. But some teams see it as a very physical type run because the amount of people that get out in front of the runner, offensive linemen, tight ends, sometimes an extra back, they like to run that play there and try and run over people.
Detroit! Detroit! Leopard! Leopard!
First down, and they're going to throw without it. And that'll be incomplete.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
Allen will try again on second down. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Now a first down carry by Jones. As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Leopard! Leopard!
And they try to sweep to Jones. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back to Buffalo after this. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now they'll toss to Jones running left. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. He makes a wonderful play there off the corner, protecting his side of the field.
Oh, that reminds me of the great defenses of old, doesn't it? The Pittsburgh Steelers, steel curtain. They would not let you get on the field if you could only do one thing. You had to be a complete guy, and you had to be able to tackle.
Now, I know I've said this before, but you know I wasn't alive when the steel curtain was played. I know them, but I just want to let you know I wasn't alive.
I'm going to keep peppering that in there, and one of these days you're going to think that you were.
This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
They'll try and run for it with Jones. But he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as he'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now the toss to Jones, running right. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. It was Duke Dawson on the tackle, the 2nd-round pick in 2018. Well, usually you don't think of the cornerback coming in for a no-gain play, but that's what we had there. Nice tackle.
Yeah, and how about the range, too? Coming from the outside part of the play, moving his way into the inside and making that play happen. No gain for the offense, big play for the defense.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. And before they can run this third down play, we're going to get a timeout, as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Third down, here's Jones. And he is into the end zone, and the touchdown record is now all his. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
They should have got more out of that, though. He was wide open.
I love how emphatic you are with that call, because that's exactly what I was thinking. Wide open in the flat. Give him a ball that he can use to get upfield with, not just catch and go over the sideline. They cost themselves some yardage there.
He'll get this over to Westbrook. It's complete.
Illegal touching. Offense.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. New England on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Operating from the gun. Lawrence. And incomplete. A disappointing drop there defensively by the rookie. And now 4th down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. And this offense trotting back onto the field. Let's turn our attention here to Ronald Jones. He's already cruised past the 100-yard mark. We haven't even gone away for halftime yet.
He might not want halftime. All right, why cool off?
Keep everybody here.
Let's stay out on the field and keep going. But all that being said, everything is really working well for them. The play calling's been excellent. The blocking's been terrific. And obviously his vision and leg.
The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. A final shot before half for Allen. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here. After 1st and 2nd down went backwards, it's 3rd and very long. The give is to Jones. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. And just like that, on we head to half number 2. So we've reached halftime here in Orchard Park, where the Bills taking the lead into the break. bowls him over.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how he'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down. Danny Shelton coming up the middle, gets him there for a loss of about 9.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with a 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
Allen hit. He lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
On third down, it's Jones. Dances by him, and he's able to get up here to the 26. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And this will be touchdown across midfield at the 45-yard line. Here comes the Patriots offensive unit. They'll have it first here to begin the third quarter. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
On 1st and 10, Lawrence. The open man is Westbrook. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They keep it on the ground. Mack again. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 14 yards is the pickup there, and a New England first down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
All right, here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Here we go now. Green.
On second down, here's Yeldon. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
From the gun on 3rd down, Lawrence. That's into the hands of Westbrook over the middle. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. So a decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Back onto the field now comes the Bills offense. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and give these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. And 3rd quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
And that one knocked away and incomplete. Nice job defensively on one. The Bills on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Detroit! Detroit! Over!
Now they'll run it on the toss. Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right. They'll go with Jones. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down. And the Patriots take over. They're going to have terrific field position. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue, 90.
throwing on first down. Lawrence. And he completes it to Westbrook. He'll get it to the 40. Broke a tackle there to get some extra yardage. A gain of 6 there on first. First play of the drive in their hip pocket. Of course, the focus here has to be the touchdown of the two-point conversion. Field goals aren't going to help you.
Yeah, but how about that first play of the drive? Just to get them started, nice gain, got some positive momentum going. They're on their way, and they don't have to rush.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Looking to throw on second down. Lawrence. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 17 yards there for the Patriots as they've got themselves a first down.
All right, here we go.
Now a play fake here on first down. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. As his guys are in for 6. And the Patriots move back within a couple of the lead.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it works very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
And the failure to convert and tie the game, now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down 1. What's the sense? I like what they did.
Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so...
That's caught inside the 20. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Bills will extend their lead. And when a Hail Mary is completed for a touchdown pass like that, I think any defensive coordinator just puts their face right into their hands.
I don't think there's any doubt about it, and I don't have stats in front of me. I don't have the empirical numbers that say that in recent years the Hail Mary pass has been completed more than it has been, but it feels that way, doesn't it? And I know the defenses are spending more time on it. I think the biggest mistake they make is that they play everything from behind the receiver. I think they've got to start getting people in front as well to try and knock the ball away.
First down, Lawrence. And they take him down. The Bills get to him.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Here we go. Blue 90.
To throw on second down, Lawrence. He goes underneath for Yeldon. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll be a 3rd and about 13.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
From the gun, Lawrence. This is Yeldon on the dump off. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Give him 3 on the play. And it'll be 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
The Bills offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays.
This is caught at the 20. And he gets this deep into Patriot territory. A big play here for Buffalo. 61 yards.
Tell the truth, partner. You didn't think he was coming down with that one, did you? Come on, tell me the truth.
No, I didn't. I'll tell you what, though. A one-handed grab of that length, Talk about giving your team a little juice.
Oh, big time. I mean, everyone's going to be excited about that one, whether you're on the field or not. It permeates its way through the entire team, and I can't wait to see what they do on the next down.
The Bills' passing game, getting them down the field. They've got another first down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon. But with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Now Jones. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. Ronald Jones taking it in. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead is up to 15 now. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And the Patriots gearing up to go now. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Looking to throw on second down. Lawrence. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. And now prior to this 3rd and 1, we're going to get a timeout here as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
From the gun on 3rd down. Lawrence. Room here to run. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth-quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead opens up now to 22 points. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out till you run.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now they got to get to the line quickly. To throw on second down. Lawrence. Wide open receiver complete. The 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, New England. A big play there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Patriots get a score closer. So the Patriot offense stays out there, and they'll line up and go for 2.
All right, here we go. Green, 39. Green.
They're going to keep it on the ground. And he's going to be hit and taken down in the backfield. Just nowhere to run that time. And the try for 2 is snuffed out.
Well, partner, since this new two-point rule came into play, offenses spend a lot more time working on it. That means the defenses are doing the exact same thing.
And this is going to be recovered by the Bills, and that should all but do it. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. So Allen's going to look to throw. 20! On target over the middle of Hill. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Tyreek Hill with touchdown number 15 on the year and second of the game. And the Bills will add on to their lead. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone can stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that's leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. He's had quite the turnaround, Charles. At the start of the game, passing game was a little bit of a mess, but he's back on the horse, so to speak.
Love seeing how someone can rebound from a slow start or a tough start. Means that they're strong mentally. They kind of calm themselves down. Everyone's rallied around them. Maybe they even change game planning a little bit in order to make things better for him.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Off the play fake. Lawrence. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. On 1st and 10, Lawrence. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. The Patriots will take their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. New England on third down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll look to throw again. They go with the screen. It's Yeldon. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly.
I think a block in the back.
And this one could be coming back. So that one will be accepted. And what is this? They're lining up here to punt on first down. The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game.